Hey, welcome back. Oh my, Jesus. I'm sorry, what? I'm back. Sorry, cord got stuck. It's Monday. Happy Monday. Hopefully it's Monday. God, I hope it's Monday. Oh. Everything's squeaking, and we're ready to start chapter 5. The Tangled Web. So I hope you're ready, viewer. So it's about to get real intense.
Time for a little payback. The Contessa, having escaped us into prison, is now hiding out in her castle estate. It's a well-fortified Gothic nightmare that would make any thief run in terror. Terrible or not, that's where we're headed.
Every time.
To sweeten the deal, we've learned that the Contessa, who until recently was a secret member of the Claw Gang, is in possession of the Clockwork
There it is.
Eyes. The Thievius Raccoonus describes the eyes stopping opponents dead in their tracks, transfixed in their gaze. It doesn't take a genius to figure out what an accomplished hypnotist could do with such powerful artifacts. News of the Contessa's corruption has spread to Interpol. Constable Neela, being closest to the case, was granted a cash allowance to hire an army of local mercenaries. It looks like we're walking into a full-scale war. But we have to act now, before things go from bad
to worse.
to worse.
Ooh, bad to worse. It's like we're cool guys, secret agents. Sly Cooper and the gang in a tangled web of lies and shadowy deceit, which is the technical pronunciation. This is a good chapter. It's tough. I go back and forth with this chapter. So first things first, obviously we're going to have to collect some bottles. And let me see if I have enough. Paraglide. Very, very handy ability Sly gets in this chapter. So now when I hit R1 in the air, I pop out a paraglider. You actually need it. I'm not sure if you need it for this chapter or the next one. There are a few, just like a handful of those abilities that you need for the next chapter. So this is kind of like the most vertical chapter there is. So you see that tower? Let's see this one. We can actually climb all the way to the top of that, which is very tall. So that's the first mission, but again, we gotta get our bottles. But luckily, we got everybody right from the get-go. There are tanks patrolling. So basically, there is a war going on between the Contessa and our good friend Constable Neela, who, as we know, we can't trust anymore. Just bad news. But this one is tough. Like I said, I kind of have a back and forth with this chapter. I like it because it's super, super different than any of the chapters before it, or after it, for that matter. Like, not until you get kind of back into Sly. Well, I guess the first chapter of Sly 3 is very city-like. It's the most city-like chapter in any of the games, I'd say. But none of them are quite like this. You got, like, I think it's like either 3 or 4 main islands that kind of break up the area. How are we doing? 3 minutes, 40 seconds. So, I don't know if I'll be able to get all the bottles in this first episode. If not, we'll just split into 2. No big deal. Here's one. But yeah, it's cool. Like, I think my other issue with this chapter is some of the missions, which we'll get to. Also, apologies if I don't sound quite as clear or as loud as I did before. Definitely a lot of stuff happened over the weekend, where I was recording a lot of different stuff. Brant, my good friend Brant Ranch, came over. And him and I recorded a Let's Play series that's going to start in January. It's going to start on January 1st, which is a Friday. Hey, check that out. It's only 10 episodes long, but you guys are really, really going to like it, I think. If you like Alex Plays, if you like the DK64 one, it's definitely a lot raunchier. But we have a good fun time with it. Trying to think, are there any other bottles? I think I heard some clinking. Some clinking. That means there's some more bottles. Oh boy. I definitely adjust way faster to the inverted left and right than I do to the inverted up and down. I'm glad I decided to just switch it to inverted and be happy with it and suffer through. Because it's different. Like it's like any third person game, if it's not inverted, like vertically, whatever. Immediately, I'm like, this is weird. But if it's first person, I'm like, no, this is wrong. So, you know, different things. Let's see, I don't want to slide on that yet. I think there's. I don't look like there's one. Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of a lot more trial and error in this one. I don't think I'm gonna get them all super easily. It is again like, oh shit, huge area. It's so now we're on like there are two. I think there might be 4 islands. So this is the Contessa's island. So this is the one with the big spire on it. I think she only has 1 island, but regardless, it's humongous. It's very, very tall. There's a lot of verticality to it. Like I said, this is the most vertical of the levels. The final chapter has a lot of verticality to it, but no point is as tall as the tallest point in this one. It's just enormous. And like, you know, I guess like the next chapter is gonna be like the most horizontal chapter. Chapter 6 is huge, expansive area, just like massive. It's pretty empty though. You know, a lot of parts of it are relatively empty. A lot of good like climbing stuff. You guys will see it. I don't want to ruin it too much if you haven't played through this game before. I assume most of you have. But yeah, it's cool. It's the next chapter is absolutely my favorite chapter in this game. Maybe that's what again sours me a little bit on this chapter because I have to get through it to get to the next one. Yeah, and again, this chapter is a bit more of the issues spring more from the missions than it does anything else. Like the more I've played through the world, the more I've appreciated it. That's for sure. 7, just over almost 8 minutes in, and we have 7 or 14 of the bottles, so that's pretty good. It's about a 2 bottle per minute average, which I like them odds. But I'm not gonna make you suffer through the guide again. I thought about it, for sure thought about it, but. Decided against it. You can also pull bullshit like that, which is pretty good. Alright, let's see. Can I get a layout? Trying to keep going around. There's another one. God damn it. There we go. There's one up there. This one down there. I'll get this one first. See if this guy drops some health. Nope. I don't know if they ever drop health if you sneak attack them. But well, we'll see. I think also the missions in this one, because I played through this game about 4 or 5 years ago. Definitely a lot harder when you're younger. When I was a kid, the missions in this for sure drove me mad, but they're not too terrible. And I'm older. And I've done them before, also helps a lot. There's just one, there are 2 actually, 2 in particular that are just, make me want to pull my hair out. And again, I'll talk about them when we get there. It's just playing through this, bringing it all back. There's one up top here. And then after that, we'll close out this episode. Whew. That's not bad. This is what, 20 bottles? 18. Not bad. Next time on Alex Plays, we'll finish out collecting bottles, and we'll get back to the grind.